Hey guys, in this video, you will know how to research the keywords that your competitors are ranking for. Getting to know what are all the keywords that the existing sites that are ranking well on the niche that you are willing to go after is really important, right? It helps you to get that confidence when it comes to starting your blog in that new niche, right? You will be getting that feeling of predictable success even before starting your blog. Many newbies, including me, when they are introduced about competitor keyword research, they do this mistake, right? They just blindly head over to SEMrush or Ahrefs or any competitor keyword analysis tools. They plug in their competitor URL and they head over to top keyword section. And in that top keyword section, they will analyze what are the keywords that are driving a lot of traffic to their competitors. And they just write article on the same keywords. And they won't simply rank because there are a lot of variables involved when it comes to researching competitor keywords that you can also rank for. By just blindly copying the top keywords of your competitors and just believing that if they can do, then I can do too, right? It just burns your money, time, and also energy. In this video, I will be presenting you the strategies to strategically spy on the keywords that your competitors are ranking for so that you don't need to do the same mistakes that I did, like blindly copying the keywords when I was introduced about competitor keyword research. Stay tuned. Hey guys, in this video, I will be discussing on how to analyze your competitor top keywords to further add tons of keywords to your keyword database. So you will be making use of tools like SEMrush, Ahrefs, Ubersuggest, and any other competitor research tools, and you will be just entering your competitor site URLs to get all their top keywords inside the tool. So one major mistake that people do when researching competitors' top ranking keywords is that they just head over to their top keyword section, in Ahrefs or any other tool, and they just copy the top keywords that they're ranking for, and they're thinking like if they are ranking, I too can rank. It doesn't work that way. Not all the keywords are created equal. There are a lot of variables involved. So here are some of the factors that you need to consider when selecting a keyword that your competitor is ranking high for in order to create content on the same. So let me show you how. Say Optics Mag is your competitor. So you just need to enter in that competitor name in Ahrefs and it will display you all the organic keywords that they are ranking for. And so here are the main keywords for which they are ranking for. Say they're ranking for best compact binoculars or best hunting binoculars. So what newbies or even professionals do is, if this site is ranking for this keyword, then I too can rank. So they create article around this best hunting binoculars on their brand new site. It doesn't work that way because there are a lot of variables here as I said. So here are some of the questions that you need to ask before shortlisting the keywords that your competitors are covering. Okay. So the first one is the site having a lot of high quality backlinks to the article? So you need to ask, this page is ranking for this keyword. Okay. This page may have a lot of backlinks, making this article rank higher for this keyword. Okay. For example, if you can see the link statistics for this specific web page, so there are 11 backlinks. That is 6 referring domains. 6 different domains are linking to this site. That means they have a good number of backlinks. If you don't build backlinks, then it would be very hard for you to rank for this keyword even down the lane. Okay. And the next one would be, although the site is less authoritative, does it have a strong topical authority in that topic? Say like if you consider this site's overview, this site has got domain ratings of 26. That is quite low, but it is ranking for this keyword, binoculars. And if you can see, this site covers everything related to optics, like spotting scopes, binoculars, telescopes, birding, and much more. This is not a binocular related only site, but still it is a niche site around optics and it has got really good topical authority. In case if you are researching some multi-niche sites like top10reviews.com or sites like that, in that case, if they are ranking for binocular related posts, it means that although they don't have any topical authority in binoculars alone or optics alone, they are ranking. It means that if you start your entire site around optics or binoculars, you can easily outrank that multi-niche site like top10reviews.com, that site. Okay. Yeah, this is one question that you need to ask. Does it have a strong topical authority in that topic? In this case, as this site is related to optics, it does have a strong authority when it comes to this topic. So in case if you are having a generic site and think that if this site that has a low dr is ranking for this keyword, then I too can rank, then you are being deceived, because along with domain ratings, topical authority also matters a lot. Yours is a generic site and this is a site related to optics and binoculars, so there is a lot of difference. And the third question, is this article good enough? Right? So you need to head over to this web page and ask if the article is good enough. You can see they have a really attractive comparison table, and just go through their content and see, are there any grammatical mistakes or typos, or how well they have articulated the features to benefits, and how well they have presented the real life use cases and solved the real life problems. They have pros and cons, images and all these things that will help you a lot to like if the article quality is really high, and if you can't think of yourself publishing that kind of high quality article, then if this site is ranking for, then you can't rank, because they have really good high quality content. So, and another one is the site in question has low domain ratings of 25? Yes, domain ratings would also be a factor. It has 26, that is near to that of 25. But if the site in question has lower than 25 dr and it's a generic site with a poor articles, then you can easily consider the keywords that site, that generic low authoritative site is ranking for. And are there more than 100 indexed pages for that site in Google? So this is also really a good thing. Like you can see, when you consider Optics Mag, in order to figure out how many indexed pages are there by Optics Mag on Google, you can use the site modifier, site:opticsmag.com. You can see there are about 194 results. That means there are 194 pages of Optics Mag that are indexed on Google, including the category pages and much more. So you can be pretty sure that this site is like a small to medium site. This is not a big site like the of CNET or a New York Times or whatever the site. The more number of pages are there in Google, then it means that the site is larger. Okay, so this is also a really good indicator. Like if you have an optics related site that has index pages of like 250 to 500 or 500 or more index pages, then that site is a really big site and you can't easily rank for all the top keywords that they are ranking for on Google. These are all the 5 questions that you need to ask. If the answer is no for at least 3 of these questions, then you can go with the keywords that these sites are ranking for. You need to ask these questions for every site that you are researching and come up with a list of competitor keywords that you can go after. Let me search for binoculars. So here, Ahrefs Content Explorer will return me all the viral content on the internet that are getting a lot of traffic from authoritative sites. In this case, you have articles from newyorker.com and all that you need to obviously filter. First, you need to add the language filter, that is English. Okay. And after that, you need to add domain ratings filter, so that you will be filtering out all the highly authoritative sites like Forbes, Huffington Post, stuff like that. So like 0 to 50, because we need low authoritative sites that are really getting good traffic. Okay, and you can make this even 30. So yeah, you have justbirding.com, moon sighting binoculars, and many more sites. Justbirding.com, targetfrog.com, everythingmountains.com, that is hiking related site, modernhunting.net. So there are a lot of results here. Okay, so by looking at the results, I saw I can make this domain ratings like 50. We want the web pages that are getting a lot of traffic even with 0 to 1 referring domains. As I told you earlier, you need to figure out the web pages that are ranking high for the keywords in spite of no backlinks, 0 to 1. And you can also add an organic filter of web pages having at least a minimum of 100 organic traffic per month. Now, Ahrefs will return you all the binocular related content that satisfy all these things. Okay, so you have Ginkgo's broad compact binoculars for hikers and Birdus, it has domain ratings of 35 and 260 organic traffic in spite of having only one referring domain. And Spin Outdoor, this is an Amazon affiliate site, I guess. Stay on Trail. So you will be able to figure out many of your competitors and also the keyword ideas that you can go after that have really low competition, because these sites, even with low domain ratings and even with only one referring domains, getting a good amount of organic traffic. So you can see they are ranking well for the keywords like best compact binoculars under 100. Okay, they are ranking on position 1 for this keyword in spite of the fact of having domain ratings of 4 and referring domains 1 without building any backlinks, and this very low authoritative site is ranking for this keyword. Okay, this is a really profitable competitor keyword that you can consider adding to your database. Again, like this, you need to research some really low competitive keywords that you can add to your database. And this is not the final thing, like, because we have other automated keyword competition analysis and also manual keyword competition analysis further down in this training course. So for now, just take a note of these keywords. Along with that, you can add a filter like published in the last 12 months. Or last 90 days. Okay, so if you select this, it will return blog posts or the content from low authoritative sites that are ranking and getting a lot of traffic within 3 months. That's really good, because if these sites with low DR are ranking for some keywords and getting traffic within 3 months, then those keywords will be highly low competitive and Google is pleading for content. There is a scarcity of content. Okay, so here you can see best things to do in Knoxville with kids. No, so as you can see, there is no presence of our seed keyword, that is binoculars, because Ahrefs is not finding any results that are matching these conditions that have the term binoculars in them. So in order to force Ahrefs to do that, I can add the title modifier. In order to get more modifiers that you can make use of, you can click this question mark and it will display you all the modifiers. So let me search this birdseed and binoculars. Okay, so let me type in last 12 months spotting scopes versus binoculars. It will filter out all the old content or the old sites that are updated recently, right? With this filter. Yeah, best zoom binoculars 2020, it is getting 264 organic traffic. Best 12x50 binoculars 116. Birdseed and binoculars, that is getting 132 organic traffic. Binocularsinsight.com, that is 245 organic traffic. Yes, we applied these filters, right? Language is English, DR is within 25 or 35, referring domains is equal to 0 or less than 1 or 2, organic traffic should be more than 100, word count should be less than 2000. That is optional, because even if an article is ranking with less than 2000 word count, then like normally if you publish articles around 2500 or 3000 words, then you can easily outrank. And again, it depends upon the quality of the content and the nature of the keyword, like that is totally optional. And you can search for title : keyword if results are irrelevant. And these filters will return all the high traffic, top ranking content with no backlinks from your competitor sites which are of low authority. If they can do it, you too can. And another thing that you can make use of is content gap analysis. Content gap analysis is one feature that both Ahrefs and SEMrush has. With this content gap analysis, you can see what are all the common keywords that 2 or more sites have. For example, you can head over to dashboard here in Ahrefs, or you can enter in any domain name here, opticsmag.com. So here you have it, content gap. Okay, let me open this in a new tab. Again, this is not our site, right? Once you start your site, then you can enter in this field that the target doesn't rank for. So now I can enter in another domain name related to optics for Ahrefs to display all the common keywords, but that both of these sites are ranking for. But in order to get another competitor, I can make use of competing domain section in Ahrefs, and it will display all the competing domains to OpticsMag. You can see Optics and Lab, best binocular reviews, binoculars guru, and much more. So you can either make use of this content gap analysis tool if you have already the competitor site names in your head, or else you can just go here and say Optics and Lab. Right, here are the common keywords. 20% of the keywords are common among these two sites, that are OpticsMag and Optics Lab. So you can just click here to let Ahrefs automatically apply the content gap filters. Yes, so these are all the keywords that both these sites are ranking for. intersect all the two targets. And these are all the two targets. Okay. And here at least one of the targets should rank in top 10. This is a filter that I highly suggest you to use, because at least one of these websites should be ranking high, right? In order to consider them as good keywords. So you can enter in the sites that are similar to each other and have low DR and further do content gap analysis, and it will return you all the keywords, all the low competitive keywords that these two low DR sites are ranking. Then if these low DR sites are ranking for certain keywords in common, then you too can rank, provided that the content quality of your site is really good compared to that of these sites. So the main thing is that every time you are doing content gap analysis or a content explorer analysis, you end up, applying the same filters again and again. For that, you can bookmark this URL. Okay, you can bookmark this URL, and in this URL, you just need to replace the site names like opticsmac.com and opticsandlab.com. Once you replace these two occurrences in the URL, then all those filters will be automatically applied, and you will be able to display this content gap analysis report. And same goes for Content Explorer, right? You will be adding multiple filters. So you can make use of this URL and replace only the queries or the domain names. I will be including the URLs, including all the filters and all, in this video description. Make sure to check it out or bookmark it. In short, content gap analysis helps you figure out the keywords that your competitors are ranking in common. If your competitors are ranking for some keywords, you too can. For this, you can make use of tools like SEMrush or Ahrefs. You can see this Venn diagram, right? So these are all the keywords that your competitor 1 is ranking for, and these are all the keywords competitor 2 is ranking for. What are all the common keywords that they are ranking for?